we'll all agree that one of the most heartbreaking sights for me at the recent and sad funeral of course, our late and wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, was this image. You see this one? Yes. For me, that and the corgis waiting back at Windsor Castle, wasn't it moving? Isn't it strange though how animals can really move you, you know? You can be quite stiff upper lip about everything, and then you just see the sad eyes of those animals that have loved and adored you, and you kind of think, oh, and you wonder, do they know exactly what's happening? And more importantly, did they know that their mistress, our wonderful monarch, wasn't going to be returning? But this particular story is truly heartwarming, so let me share it with you. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to have your company, and as ever, hope you're keeping well, fine and dandy. This story though, as I say, is heartwarming because animals mean so much to so many of us, don't they, you know? I like all animals personally, you know, I'm a big fan. I do believe that they do connect with you in a way that other humans don't. I think they know your moves, and more importantly, when you're a little bit fed up and, you know, you want to sort of, you know, that silent moment, do you know what I mean? I love dogs because they're so obedient, aren't they, most of the time? The only thing they ever really want from you is a bowl, some food and a walk. As if I know, if we were all like that, life would be a lot simpler, wouldn't it? Cats, of course, like you when you're feeding them, and they will sit with you, but there's always a further fetch, isn't there? Now, one of the things that our great and wonderful Her Majesty the Queen loved was animals. We know that she loved horses and all kinds of furry creatures, including, of course, a wonderful collection of corgis over the years. We saw, of course, Candy the corgi coming in for a treat earlier this year, of which Her Majesty knew exactly why she was coming in the room. Didn't care about the cameras, no treat, I'm off. Now, if you saw that lovely picture of Emma, of course, the pony that our wonderful monarch used to ride, she's 24 years old, Emma, and she was placed to see Her Majesty the Queen for the very final time as she made her return back to Windsor and St George's Chapel, where, of course, she was then buried. On top of Emma's saddle was none other than the Hermes scarf that our late monarch used to wear while riding her. Very moving, I'm sure you will agree. Lots of people have been asking me though, what's happening to Emma? Who will look after her now? Who's looking after the corgis? Well, as I told you, the corgis will be distributed between Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. We're not quite sure where they're all going, but they all will remain within the royal family. Emma, we're told, is going to be looked after by, of course, the wonderful and brilliant, in my opinion, Princess Royal, Her Royal Highness Princess Anne, naturally. And she will get a very good home. As we know, Princess Anne is a beautiful horse lover as well, and definitely wants to take in Emma. All the animals, though, that the Queen had will remain in place at Windsor Castle, still being looked after, and of course will have a very nice and charmed life. Rightly so, having served the monarch themselves. But I wanted to share that story with you because a lot of people did say, what happens to these then when they go? And it is sad, isn't it? As I say, this particular image finally got me in the end. Of all the images, I just thought, poor Emma. And I wondered if she knew Her Majesty sadly was never going to return. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.